What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Y'all know we coming in hot because we got all the queer tea for y'all ready. I go by the name of DJ eXeL, and we about to get it in.
Yes, ma'am. Let's get it. Boss Brit the most lit.
And it's your girl, the BADDIE GALORE.
Hey.
Y'all snowed in or was it cat?
Oh, it's so much snow. I can't bear it.
We got a little snow, but it wasn't enough to shut the whole city down. Dramatic.
Yeah, they really pissed me off with
Y'all,
that.
it's deeper than what is deep.
Oh, don't start with no conspiracy theories, please.
I believe in all of the conspiracy theories. So
I'm talking about when toilet paper sold out in Atlanta and they was just calling for like 1 or 2 days. Like, it's getting weird out here, y'all.
It was a bit dramatic down there, but we actually did have some snow up here.
How much snow did y'all get?
I don't know. Maybe an inch or so.
Like inch.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know measurements. Like, I could walk through it. I still went to the gym. Like, I don't know.
No, because I think at one time up north, well, at least in Pennsylvania, which ain't too far from you, they were saying originally like 3 feet of snow, and then it came down to like a couple inches.
Yeah, I mean, but DC is like fake up north. Like, DC is technically considered the South. So, like,
is it?
I mean, we're under the Mason-Dixon line.
Okay,
DC, come on.
DC is an hour and a half from Pennsylvania, though.
I'm not saying it's not this. I'm not saying it's not the North, but it's not the North, though.
Maybe more like Central North.
Yeah, like it's not, like New York gets way worse weather than we do, and we're only 4 hours away.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, y'all know what we here for. Do y'all hear my Birdman hands?
Yeah, need some lotion.
Are y'all ready to be stressed out?
You gonna stress out?
The first segment might not be stressful, actually.
Okay.
I'm starting this week's episode with what I'm thinking is our last update around Court, Lex, and the throuple saga that might not have been the sole reason the relationship ended, but was definitely a big contributor for it ending. Because frankly, I don't want them to think that we're dragging it by covering them episode after episode. Like, we're on our third episode, but we're talking about it because the internet keeps talking about it. Like, every time I go on TikTok, there's a new video about the situation.
Yeah.
So, here we are. But I do think that after their latest joint statement, at least for now, this breakup saga should be coming to an end, right? But before we dig into that statement, both Court and Lex posted videos to their Snapchat account last week where they each shared a little bit more context on why they decided to end their long-term relationship. Let's watch Lex videos first, where she posted oh my God, I'm like jumbling my words. Let's watch Lex videos first, where she posted after folks were speculating that she left Court. Can I talk? She left Court for Rob. I just be getting them confused. Okay, let's watch that.
Oh, this is gonna be the only time I address this because this is wild. Me and Courtney broke up, and then me and Robbie reconnected. I didn't leave nobody for nobody. Obviously, there were things in me and Courtney's relationship that were not working out, which may have contributed to us adding somebody else. Y'all might have been right about that part. We didn't see it at the time. We seen it when we seen it. That's it. I did not leave anybody to go be with nobody else. That's not what happened. We just happened to reconnect, and that's that. And shit, I don't know what to say about that. Me and Courtney are cool. Just got off the phone with her. Everybody else is more mad about this than we are. Like, we're cool as fuck. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Now, I want to give y'all all the information first, but something just to put a pin in is that she said in her video that her and Rob reconnected. That's why they're together now. Which means that at some point they all three broke up with each other, which was never something that was publicly announced on socials. Now, remember, right before the holidays, fans of the couple were speculating that something was up between the three when they had scrubbed all of their social media accounts of him, right? Like, they took him off the Instagram, off the TikToks. They were only kind of sharing little things on Snapchat. So it seems like they all three broke up. Then Court and Lex broke up. And then Lex and Robbie, as she likes to call him, got back together. But there's more information to be shared. So let's just put a pin on that. We'll revisit that part. Okay. Now let's watch a video Court posted to her Snapchat, Britt.
I'm assuming some of y'all didn't see the breakup post on Instagram because y'all keep asking me on here, so I'm just gonna address it. And I know I owe y'all an explanation to a certain extent because y'all been supporting me. So I got y'all. Long story short, though, I'm not gonna speak on it very long. I'm not gonna say too much out of respect for all parties. But long story short, we broke up. We've been broke up. I haven't been happy for a very long time. It was bound to happen anyways. I'm extremely happy now. I'm good. Me and baby boy healthy. Everything's cool. And at the end of the day, it wasn't a safe situation anymore. I didn't feel comfortable anymore. So that's done. Happy for, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all love and support. Y'all have been amazing.
First of all, I want to say we seen that fucking sushi order you
I
did.
saw that Uber Eats shit.
We seen you try to be slick and close out real quick. Sushi? You ordering sushi on Uber Eats, Baddie Galore?
Sushi? What beef y'all got with sushi? Like, the things that I have to deal with on this show is actually asinine.
All right, go ahead.
Please, can we focus? My God, you think I was ordering a dildo on Uber Eats? Okay. So Rob also posted his own videos defending himself against the backlash that he broke up the popular couple's relationship, where he said the one thing people should know is that he's a great person, that he's real, and that people don't have to be mad at him because he didn't do anything but be himself. Okay. And then a couple days after all of these videos were posted, Lex and Court posted another official statement to what used to be their joint Instagram account, where they said they wanted to come on their platform together and give some clarity about how things will look with it moving forward. After a lot of honest conversations, they've agreed on the direction that feels best for the both of them. Okay. And then they detailed that their shared social media accounts would be split between the two of them in the following capacity. Lex is taking over what used to be their shared Instagram account with over 800,000 followers, which she has already renamed just .lex07_. And then she's also getting their Court and Lex Facebook account that has almost 500,000 followers. Then Court will get their family YouTube channel, the Sully Fam, that has almost 200,000 followers, as well as their joint TikTok page, Court and Lex _ that has the most followers at 2.5 million. They ended their statement by saying that this decision was made mutually and respectfully, and that they were both at peace with how they're moving forward. And again, there's no beef, no drama, just two people choosing paths that fit where they are in life right now.
I do want to say, and not, first of all, damn, I shouldn't even say this because the bitch only got 53,000 followers. All right. So I'm just stating facts that it looks like now she has 793,000 followers. So lost 20,000 that
on the Instagram. Interesting.
Yeah. And first of all, y'all did great on gaining those followers, and we can expect some people to have just been there for both of y'all, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I do like how I do like that y'all are kind of respecting the fact that people were following y'all, and it's only right to kind of give them a little bit of something, you know. And the way they are handling it seems pretty calm right now. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah, I wonder what Court said she didn't feel safe. I wonder what she was talking about with that one.
Yeah, she did. So that was something that I felt like really stood out in her video. But like there was no context to it. So you don't know if it was a lack of safeness in just her relationship with Lex, a lack of safeness in her relationship with Rob involved. Like she didn't add any context, and I honestly don't think she will, to be honest. But a lot of people were kind of pointing that out when they were reacting to her video on social media.
Yeah, it definitely do seem like she feels, I mean, just from the energy and just how she was like, I feel like a relief, like that's all over and that it did come out. Because I know they probably, you know, with all of us speculating on the internet and most of us ended up being, you know, right about it. I know they probably are happy that they finally don't got to try to move a certain way or anything like that. I am definitely interested to see what happens next, because I do think that although they gave us that statement, can we get a little bit more? can we just know some things, so that can help our relationships out? Maybe I'll be thinking like that. It's not that I'm even just trying to be nosy all the time, but I'll be looking at people that's like married, and I'll be wanting to know what went wrong, just so I can try to, my relationship, look out for certain signs and things that I could probably try to work on in advance. So I do hope that they try to give us just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
But we gotta
But
give them some time to
I ain't rushing it.
evaluate
I ain't
through it.
rushing it. And they seem
Yeah.
like very proud. I mean, even with how they did all of this, they took their time with it. So it's not even about a rush, but I hope that they do come back to their fans and their day ones and just kind of give a little bit more context. But if not, it is what it is.
But I think a point that we made in the last episode was that the amount of information that they've shared since they got with Rob was nothing compared to how they were on social media their entire kind of like career. Like we didn't know
Yeah.
anything about their relationship outside of
Right.
like what we saw on social media.
Yeah.
They shifted when they got with Rob, and I think it's because they had to answer the questions. They kind of had no choice because of the backlash they were getting. So I almost feel like the way that they're handling it now is more of the norm that we're used to with them as a couple than like what we saw with Rob. I think that was an outlier because they were getting so much backlash from their fans.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, a lot of shit is happening. I feel like we just covered them coming out as a throuple.
Yeah.
And then to say, oh, me and him rekindled our relationship. It was like how long was y'all broken up? Like 2
When did that
weeks?
happen? That's what I was like, well, when did that happen? Like,
yeah, the timeline is hard to follow.
and granted, again, I think we even mentioned before, like, I'm pretty sure they were probably dating him longer than we knew about it, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's
they were
given.
about to get outed. So, like, I think there's so much information that we just don't have and so much context that's missing. And I really don't see them, unless things go sour, I don't see more details coming out. And I don't hope things go sour just so we can be in their business, right? Like, we want them to have a, healthy, and I'm not sure if it's a co-parenting situation though either. That's still, those questions are still that they didn't say anything about, co-parenting the children together. Court did get some questions about whether she was going to continue to be in the older 3 kids' life. She said that she was just talking to them, so it seems like it. But I did see a video of her like moving in a new spot with the youngest child, so there's that.
Yeah, I hope they get something, because I think the thing that I've learned with just people that we've been covering lately is like all the narratives that kind of get created, and then the creators don't ever get to like really speak up for themselves and set the record straight. But I do think just even where they about to transition to, like, people want to relearn Court, they want to relearn Lex, like even how Lex did a video like, I'm bipolar. Like, I don't know if she's ever said that before, but that was my first time hearing her say that she was bipolar and stuff like that. So I do hope they open up a little bit more, because it seemed like they kind of were a little, I don't really have too much of an idea of their content prior to all of this, to be honest with you. But I would like to see just, them show more of like themselves and just talk about their journey and where they from and where they going and all the things, what I'm saying? I know Court had a baby and stuff like that. So I hope they give us some good content, just focus on themselves after this.
Yeah, and we talked about it, I think, on the last episode. Like, hopefully it don't get messy, because sometimes you try to do, go about things the right way, but then somebody says something and then you gotta defend yourself and it goes back and forth. Hopefully they don't do that. And now they're in like a predicament a lot of relationships aren't in, or breakups aren't in, right? So like usually it's like, yo, we good until I done seen you with somebody new. But they already had it, like the third wheel Rob in there. So it's like you already know she got a man now. You know what I mean? And like, so maybe it won't get ugly, and I hope it don't get ugly. But I know in my past relationships, it'd be all good until, bitch, you done popped out with a new bitch.
It's good until it
But I
wasn't.
mean, technically, Lex already has a new nigga.
Right. And then it's also like, and we don't know the timeline for real, but that's always weird to me. Like, how you like married or in a long-term relationship, and then you instantly with like a new person, like you don't need time, you don't need to figure your life out, you don't.
Well, they did say, Lex did say in one of the videos that like they opened their relationship thinking it was going to help fix the issues that they were already having, right? So like, you know, like
So not just to Rob, but possibly to the other female as well.
well, I don't know. I really still don't understand what's going on with the other girl. I mean, I'm still seeing Snapchat videos of her with that baby. It seems, I don't mean with that baby like that, but like with the baby. I'm sorry, that don't be disrespectful, but with the baby, it seems like there is something happening, but like Court has not acknowledged it in any type of way, right? Like she's not posting content with that the girls posting content with her and with her child. I don't know what that means, and like I don't want to just make assumptions for the sake of making assumptions. So maybe more will come out from that now that they have separated their brands and are doing their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. On the real, best of luck to both of them, and it would be really great if, although maybe not for content, but it's all right. I'd rather y'all be happy in real life and be sane in real life, and just going about y'all own journey. Y'all still both young, and I mean, y'all got the following still, so y'all could definitely, build off of that. So, yeah.
That's
Damn, the end of an era.
End of an era. R.I.P.
Wow, that's
R.I.P.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Do I got a sound effect? No.
Okay. So we don't do this often, but also in today's episode, we're gonna go next door and be in the gay boys business. Because the last couple weeks has been a little drama, might I say? Okay. So do y'all know Cliff Vmir?
Do we?
We interviewed Cliff on the No Homo show.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
we about to burn another bridge. We about to burn another bridge. Come on, Maddie.
No, I don't think so. Not so much. Well, it depends on what y'all say. So what I'm about to recap.
Cliff is a bad bitch.
Yes, but for those of you guys who don't know, Cliff is a very popular and established hairstylist, entrepreneur, and now salon owner that's been in the game for like 12 years. I've been seeing Cliff on social media for such a long time.
Yeah.
And after opened the Femme, is how he pronounced the salon, back in October, last week he hosted open auditions to hopefully bring on more hairstylists to fill his empty booths. Now, Cliff has over 1 million followers just on IG alone. So you can imagine he was expecting a pretty large turnout for these auditions. But the auditions were also being filmed for what seems to be a reality TV show that Cliff, I'm sorry?
I said that makes sense. That's
that he's currently filming. I couldn't find any information about what it could be or what network it could be on, but he definitely did have cameras there, and it said that it was being filmed live. So the crowd was not only large, but they had their own productions going on. I mean, I could not swipe my For You page without seeing some type of video from I went to the Femme auditions, my experience with the Femme auditions, point of view Femme auditions. Like, the boys did not come to play, okay, at all. And the hairstyles were looking great. And while most videos posted by attendees sharing their experience were positive, it was the more negative ones that went viral and started a much larger discussion within the Black queer online community around colorism and what I guess would be labeled femmephobia. So basically, critics of the audition, who were comprised of both attendees and online viewers, first accused Cliff of being colorist because they felt like he was only giving stylists with lighter skin complexion tickets to move on to the next round of auditions because there were multiple rounds of auditions that were happening in front of everyone. Thus, he was not choosing any brown or dark skin stylists to go to the next round. Then he was accused of also, interestingly, not choosing any stylists who were wearing wigs. Now, this matters because when Cliff talks about the type of gay men stylists he wants in his shop, he describes them as someone who presents as masculine but acts like a gay man, well-groomed, clean-cut, polished. So like more trade than femme, if y'all get what I'm saying. And while this allegation was immediately debunked when folks noted that there were stylists who wore wigs who did get a ticket like the Lace Genie, folks were already running with the narrative that they had not seen any dark-skinned applicants with wigs selected in the audition process. So even if they did have a wig, they weren't dark-skinned. So they were still calling him a colorist, okay? And argue that Cliff is upholding colorism and internalized femmephobia by favoring applicants who are less feminine presenting, which to them is jarring considering Cliff himself has publicly acknowledged that he's lost opportunities because he presents so femme. Like he always has a wig on, a full face of makeup, things of such. Yet now he's replicating these same practices in his own hiring. Now, Cliff did see this backlash, obviously, because the all of these videos were going viral. And he responded to it in a couple waves, right? First, he argued that if they were unhappy with the system that he built for his own salon, then they should build his own. They should build their own, right? To which critics said he was just avoiding accountability again for the internalized discrimination he allegedly is practicing at his shop. He also left this comment under one of the more viral videos that were criticizing him, where he said it was crazy to call him a colorist, considering his man in many of the stylists he's already hired is darker than him. And I do want to show a picture of his staff, and he is, in fact, correct. Okay, he is the lightest person in that picture, and there are definitely brown and dark skinned stylists on his staff, including his reception Maddie, who is also a very popular queer content creator. And in that video in question, he also felt like they were trying to defame his character, and it was a complete lie, and basically said, like, if you continue this, I will get my lawyers involved. Okay. And then in the third wave of responses, he did a radio interview where he further explained his perspective on how he hires his staff. Britt, let's watch that.
Let me tell you something that's very controversial right now, and I do want to clear this up.
Okay.
A lot of people are making it a big deal because they felt like if you had a wig on, I wasn't going to hire you. So let me just put it on the table. The thing with the wigs is when I envision an all-male salon, I envisioned boys that look like boys.
Okay.
Right? Like, I didn't even envision myself working in Femme. It was literally just strictly boys. I'm talking like masculine men. I wanted to do something that has never been done before. It has nothing to do about me not liking my kind or anything. That's just what I wanted to do for that location.
Right.
Keyword, that location. Right? You never know, I may do something else, but
Straight up.
that location. So a lot of times, I know some boys like me, I would never take my wig off and wear a shape up. But there's some boys who
That will.
go back and forth.
Right.
So a lot of the Femme boys were asking questions like, you know, would you take your wig off for this? Because, you know, I'm really changing people's lives. Like, a lot of my boys, they're doubling their followings, they're doubling their incomes.
Yeah.
They're buying BMWs and stuff. So this is something that, like, I feel like you have to not only come in humble, but you also have to want to be taught. So a lot of the boys was like, yeah, like, when it comes to my money, I'll snatch this wig off right now.
I was going to say, it's also about, this is, you know, your brand
Yeah.
and what you envision on how
Yeah.
you want it to look.
And this is the thing, right? Even myself, when I do women hair, who about to be sitting there doing all, no, I put a bonnet on, and I just feel like when women come sit in my chair, I want to make it about.
He said that he wants to make it about them. Okay, just
Thank you for finishing that.
No problem. So what is our response? And I do just want to note for the viewers, like, we understand that we are not gay men and that this community is not our own, but is a community.
eXeL is a gay man.
Oh, you're a gay man?
eXeL is a gay man.
Scream. But we are a part of this community, and so we are going to be very mindful as we recap this, because I know that some people they feels away when the lesbians talk about the gay guys and the gay guys talk about the lesbians, etc. But okay, go ahead.
From that picture you showed, it's very clear. Cliff won't be the only bad bitch in the building. Okay. Nah, I mean, it is kind of crazy because it's called Femme. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you think feminine, but then that could also be the clientele you're bringing in, and also the gay men are obviously going to be feminine. I don't know. I kind of feel both ways. Like, it's cool to have a vision for your business and to have it look a certain way. But then I also get, like, you know, the feedback on, like, damn, you be wearing wigs, why can't we? But I do get, like, you can walk in, if there's mad men with wigs, it don't look like it's a male ran, you know,
Right.
shop, where I think that's what he was really trying to portray out there.
Yeah.
Cliff.
Okay.
All right, this is what I want to say first and foremost. The colorist thing, it is a little of a reach, because, like, the photo literally shows that everyone that's on his staff is brown skin, they're dark skin. So I really can't see him being a colorist. I think that when people don't get things that they wanted, they try to pinpoint why they didn't get it. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. Oh, and it's like, you just didn't pass it. How about we just leave it at that? Why we gotta try to pinpoint about the wig? Maybe your wig wasn't cute. I don't know. I didn't see all the wigs, but maybe he didn't like how the wig looked on you. I don't know. You said somebody that had a wig actually did get a ticket or whatever. They went to the next round. So I do think, as a, like, just in general, like when anything happens, we always gotta have like an excuse for it.
I hate that.
It's like when people like this is like so left, but like when people pass away, they want to know what happened. Who can I blame? Like it's always got to be something to try to justify,
and not you.
Versus and it's never the person. It's always something, a way to justify something. But I don't think that he's a colorist based off of that. Now I do think that right now it's a sensitive time, especially when people are probably looking at Cliff like, yo, you are our who you pointing at me?
No, I'm laughing at eXeL.
It's just a sensitive time for everything. We just
it is a sensitive time, right?
Sensitive, like
it is.
God,
everything is so sensitive. I think they probably looking at him like, but you created this for us, and why can't we all just be there? Why you gotta have so many strict regulations? And I don't know. I stay out of gay boy drama because they be nitpicking. I tell you, and this is no shade, but when you deal with gay boys, they nitpick a lot. We've dealt with it from bookings to just dealing with people in general. They nitpick a lot. Like they always got something to say, and I'm not saying that that's the case here, but I just know that gay boys, they nitpick a lot. So I don't think Cliff is a colorist. I think he definitely probably has a vision, like eXeL said, for how he wants his staff to look, and that's perfectly fine. I do think that, again, people come off a little defensive, like, if you read about how I'm doing my lineup, open up your own shop. Like, okay, Cliff, like at least just address it, say I'm not colors, and keep it moving. Because when you come off like that, then people be like, why are you so defensive? Oh, so is it true? They just gonna find a way to pick away at anything you say.
I just need people to realize having a vision is not discrimination. Like, we can't say because you want something to look like this, like you're discriminating against everybody else. You know what I mean? And I do understand how there might be like a little gray area of like.
Well, yeah, because if someone says I'm opening a salon and only white people can come in,
and I get
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah. And I get that, but like you can also have a vision, like, yo, like let's just say, for example, like if we opened up some, like let's say, all right, all these high-end clubs got all bad bitches as servers. Literally, they want to see how you look. They want to see a picture of you. They want to make sure you're fit. They want to make sure like you're in shape or got maybe you can't even have a flat ass. I wouldn't get a job. I couldn't be a model girl.
Yeah, because you're a dyke.
No, her ass is like this.
All right, and you know what? I might as well open my own club.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think all of y'all points are correct. Like at the end of the day, if that's how he wants to run his shop, it's his money, it's his vision, it's his work that he's put into it. If you don't like it, it's okay to not like it, but that's obviously not going to change how he goes about it. It's his money. You know what I mean? It is interesting that as someone who struggled to get opportunities because he's so feminine presenting, that he has gone the complete other direction with his own shop. But maybe there's more internal trauma to that we just don't know and understand.
Cliff won't be the only bad bitch in there, okay? Cliff won't have that 48-inch.
I'll also just add that, you know what? I'm going to let Cliff do his thing because I couldn't even afford to get my hair done at the salon. Them prices look high. Okay,
I am staying in my tax bracket. I
cannot. It's a very nice salon though. Very nice.
Money.
Okay, in big long time hairstylist and influencer money. Okay,
he's doing his big one.
Sure. He is. Okay, so a beef that wasn't on my 2026 bingo card that I want us to talk about. I haven't even said anything. Okay, it's between famed journalist Don Lemon and rapper Nicki Minaj over the current political protests happening in Minnesota right now. Okay, so this eXeL, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know I was still.
You gotta let me focus. Okay, So this is what went down. Okay. Last week, Don shared a live stream video across his social media channels of him interviewing protests in Minneapolis who were demanding justice for a woman named Renee Good, who was unalived by ICE agents earlier this month, right? And they were protesting in a church where they claim one of the pastors was a leader of the local ICE field office, something ICE would not confirm or deny to local news outlets, right? So he's literally live in this church, not only asking questions to protesters, but asking questions to a certain pastor. I don't know if it was the particular pastor that they were accusing of being an ICE field agent, but of the pastor, right? So this goes extremely viral. And in response to this video, Nicki posted this tweet where she said, Don cock-sucking Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. Okay. Now, her speaking up against his video isn't shocking, I don't think, to anyone at this point, because Nicki has made it very clear that not only is she a staunch Trump supporter, but she's a ride or die MAGA, right? However, people felt like her addressing Don as a cocksucker was a gay slur. And so in response to that criticism, Nicki then tweeted this. Another y'all
like, first of all, how can you be talking about politics and posting Chucky? Like, let's keep it real.
She tweeted, LOL, I purposely wrote it that way because I knew that it would be the only way to get the cocksuckers to post about it. They would have all collectively ignored the despicable behavior displayed by Lemonhead. I'm glad they're angry. They're about to get angrier, right? Among other tweets as well. She had a brief discussion with a few people, and they were her supporters being like, I can't believe they're trying to make it seem like you're being homophobic when you're just defending, I guess, ICE and MAGA and Trump and all the things. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with Don Lemon, but the one thing about him is he is not afraid of confrontation or clapping back at his critics. Ever since he left CNN, Don has been on his own time with his own energy and talk about what he wants to talk about when he wants to talk about it. And so in a recent interview with Script News, he addressed Nicki directly. Britt, let's watch a little bit of that.
Nicki Minaj has many, many issues that would lead one to believe that those issues are possibly the reason that she's cozying up to MAGA right now. Such as her brother is reportedly a pedophile. Her husband is reportedly, and if you look at, is a sex offender. You know that.
He's supposed to register.
He's supposed to register as a sex offender. And then there's supposedly another issue, allegedly with another family member. And so when she called me that word, I said, how dare you, use a word, a sexual thing like that, when you should be looking at the man you sleep with every night in the same bed with, I guess, if you are. Because there isn't anything worse than that, or your brother who's the alleged pedophile. There's nothing worse than that. So how dare you? And also to say that you're a Christian and you're calling me out as a Christian, and I would do that to any other religion. Does she not recall the 2012 Grammy Awards when the Catholic Church came after her when they said her performance at the Grammys was sacrilege?
Ooh.
He went on to say, he went on to say that Nicki is a hypocrite, and that she is reportedly an undocumented person who came to America as a child, and he doesn't know if she ever registered to be a citizen. So if that's true, under those rules, which are Donald Trump's rules, she should be picked up, detained, reported, and deported, and that those are the people she's cozying up next to, instead of with the people who are protesting for the rights for people like her who may not be documented. Then he asks, why do African Americans support her? Why do gay people support her? Why do members of the LGBTQ community support her? They shouldn't, because she's a homophobe and she's a racist, and that he believes she's racist against Black Americans, the direct target audience for her music. So my question to you guys is, do y'all feel like her comment about Dawn in that initial tweet is a slur and is homophobic? And do y'all feel like she is homophobic to a large part of her fan base that has helped her be as successful as she is today?
I'll let Britt answer because Britt told me we're canceling Nicki Minaj, so I'll give her
the
platform.
I did cancel Trump Minaj over there. First of all, did Trump hack her Twitter? Because the way she be tweeting is giving Trump vibes. I'm just like really
Always kind of tweeted like
taken
that
aback.
though. When Nikki gets in her space where she's going after
Girl.
somebody, that's how her tweets look. When she goes
But
with
why
it
are
at
you
Cardi
coming for
B and
Don?
whoever, that's how her tweets look.
Why
for
you coming
sure.
for Don? I think that it really hurts my heart that she just. All right, look. So it's one thing to be a Republican. It's another thing to be a Trump supporter, in my opinion, because a lot of people that we do fuck with, they are Republicans. But I do think that even right now, a lot of Republicans are not rocking with Trump. You get what I'm saying? Because his
Mhm.
Just being
agenda
realistic.
is just, yeah, his agenda has no morals behind it. Like people are literally being murdered in broad daylight.
Americans, not even just
Americans,
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're getting murdered at the hands of what Trump is out there putting, through ICE and having them to carry out when it comes to all these things that are going on. So I think when anybody is talking to a person that's gay, right? Like if I got into it with a man and he's like, yeah, butch ass Nick, like, come on. We know why you calling me a butch. Okay. Same thing with a gay guy. If I automatically go to, yeah, you cocksucking, like, you know what you're doing. You're
Yeah.
trying
Yeah, but
to.
that's not homophobic to me.
I
Because
didn't
I
say it was
might tell
homophobic. I
somebody,
ain't even get
suck
to
a
finish
dick.
my point. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. I'm not necessarily saying that it's homophobic, but you know that she's saying that to use it against him or to bring him down. She's not saying it to lift him up. So
Yeah.
she's clearly saying that to try to be whatever. I wouldn't really say it's homophobic in my opinion, but from what we learned, when Mal commented on our stuff and told us that a phobia is when you have an aversion towards anything. Technically, by definition, I guess she would be homophobic, but I don't really even care for that period. It's the fact that you turned on your biggest supporters who are queer, whether that's gay, whether that's trans, whether it's black, whether it's white, whatever. I really cannot believe that she turned her back on her biggest supporters. And I really don't know what she's trying to push with this whole Trump agenda, because it is a really dangerous game that she's playing. And from what I understand and what I thought, Nikki ain't stupid. So it's like, how could you really be supporting somebody that you see are getting people detained? And if you are immigrant, that's even more crazier. But then again, it's like with all these conspiracies, it's like, is she trying to be on Trump's good side because she want to get her brother out? Is she trying to stay on Trump's good side because she wants her husband not to have to file as a pedophile? Did Trump help her save her mansion? Like, it's just so many different conspiracies going on with Nikki. But my whole thing with her is just, I'm just overall disappointed, and I'm really let down because we did definitely, hold her down in her career as a queer community. And I definitely, that's one of my favorite rappers of all time. But there comes a point to where I gotta hold you accountable for the shit that you're doing. And this shit, just in general, even outside of Don, this is like, Nikki, what's going on? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. No, I mean, I agree. And just, first of all, the statement was wrong. Yeah, it was fucked up. I'm just saying, it might be a up north thing. I might tell you to suck a dick. I might, if you ugly, I might say, bitch, you ugly. That don't
Yeah,
mean I
but
hate all
telling
ugly people.
someone to suck a dick and telling a gay man you're a cocksucker is like
Nah,
two different
I
things.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I just hate, I think just in general, even like how we was talking about Cliff, that people go from like, damn, that ain't like, that's fucked up, to like, you're a colorist or you're,
Mm-hmm.
but also I already ain't fuck with when she was talking about, when she was talking to Charlie Kirk's wife and talking about like boys that transition, like
Yeah.
he was coming at boys that transition. And
Yeah.
I personally, when I was doing social work, I specifically remember I had a boy that he was in middle school, like 6th grade, where like his mom was in denial that he was gay, and it was so obvious he was gay. Even if he ain't like boys at the time, he just was gay. You know what I'm saying? Where he would write Barbie on his hand. You know what I mean? And now this boy is in his 20s. He's out drinking and shit, but it's crazy that, like Britt said, you really let a huge part of your fan base down. So I do agree, like, I'm not against fuck Nicki Minaj. I'm not against that. You know what I'm saying? It's just I hate that, like, we just be going 0 to 100 when no, bitch, that was just disrespectful, or that particular statement was just disrespectful and uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? To saying like, but she has said things recently that does seem like she is totally like trying to ride Trump's dick. You know what I'm saying? But I really do think about it, like, as much as we want to say like we should do best for the whole United States, when your brother and your husband are going through something, that might be your top priority. Who knows how crazy it is to have to report your address or anywhere you're at, like you doing shows. I don't even know if your husband can go to your shows because you got you might have people under 18. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Your husband can't take y'all son to school. And I know like her son got learning issues, like the girl going through it, you know what I'm saying? And I think she just worried about her family. I can't see no other reason.
I definitely think it's money driven.
It
Like,
gotta
or
be.
maybe it's almost like because Nicki has been such a foundational part of most of our lives growing up, and like the biggest female rapper as we've grown up, it's like we have to rationalize it somehow. Like, is it money? Is it you're trying to get your brother out of jail? Is it you're trying to keep your husband from going to jail? Like, are you putting your family first before your fans and documenting people and people losing their lives? But no matter what the reason is, it just doesn't make it okay at the end of the day.
It does.
And you know, I honestly feel the most sad for like gay men, because growing up, that's who Barb's were to me. That's who I knew Barb to be. And just imagine like having this like idol and this icon for your entire life, and she gets on stage with homophobes and racists and damn near Nazis and says what she says. Like, that is heartbreaking and devastating. And I don't think that she will ever recover from this.
Yo,
in
Nicki
terms of her
is
career.
on that ass, boy.
The biggest self-destruction, the biggest crash out.
Crazy.
It's so crazy because, and it's so hard, bro. It's so hard for all these talented people to like not even see their music the same once they, you know, like, you know, we talking about R. Kelly, Diddy and shit. It's like, y'all are
Like, that's
fucking up y'all legacy, man.
I was literally like, the saddest thing about Nicki is like, this is your legacy now.
Right. It's done. It's done.
Even though you've always come off as very difficult and like very confrontational with like other female rappers, your legacy was still yours. You still earned it. You still deserve it. People still respected you. But now, for the majority, because she still has some diehard fans out here who are like, I don't care what she says and what she does, I'm still be a Nicki fan. But like, you have lost that respect. And that is your legacy, is going to be you on that turning point stage. It's going to be you fighting with Don Lemon. It's going to be you being homophobic and transphobic and like talking about children, like sex. That's your legacy. And that to me is just very sad.
And you a bitch from New York. Like, what is you doing? Like,
I can't believe it.
Like, she was in New York. Then she came to like Atlanta, like straight grinding it out with like the hood. Like, what are you on, girl? Like,
I don't know what the fuck happened.
My thing is like, if those are going to be your beliefs, okay, but like at certain point, you have to say like, this is not okay. Like, what's happening in Minneapolis is not okay under any circumstances. To the point where I'm pretty sure it was a Republican running for governor pulled out because he was like, this is actually crossing the line.
I hate when people go so political that they just can't see the obvious or common sense or just being a fucking human. You know, that's what I hate. And like just defending the choice of ICE agents and stuff without even doing a full investigation. Like, it's insane that like y'all can drop a statement like this, like the ICE agents defending themselves. It's like, yo, y'all don't want to get the real answer. Y'all not curious to see like if something went wrong there. Like, it's just, it's weird. And you see it's all business, and I'm sure Trump is eating that shit up with Nicki. Like, he's eating it up. And like, I think even on one of his the tweets from his page like had Nicki's song on it. Like, it's getting crazy, bro. And it's all it's getting crazy.
She about to perform at a Trump event that's coming up. Yeah, I don't get it. It's extremely disappointing. And like you said, BADDIE GALORE earlier, that you know, majority of her fans
not
are
my
like,
government name. Oh my god.
Majority of her fans are gay men. Like, anytime I tweet about it, like, or I'll be on threads, they come out of the woodworks. I don't know how they be finding me these barbs, but they are really delusional.
What
Like
are they
And
saying?
some of them are still
dedicated.
rocking with her. Some gay
That-
boys are still rocking with her.
But you
I
know what?
literally,
There are people who still play R. Kelly's music.
yeah,
There
they
are
are.
people who still support Diddy. So
That's true.
like
That's true.
that's normal.
That's true.
Unfortunately, it's
But it's like,
normal.
damn, how you gay and you rocking with a person who aligning with people who don't like gay people? That's just.
But then that's
But I
also
don't get
like,
it.
and I get it, like Barb's are supporting Nicki, but then
Yeah.
there is a line between the music. Like I always say, like R. Kelly, I really couldn't play hit. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. That sounds like right. This is
Right.
why I can't play this song and feel all right about
Yeah.
it. It's like Nicki Minaj, Itty Bitty. That ain't do nothing to me. That song ain't do nothing wrong to me.
Right.
Now Nicki Minaj, yeah, but it's just like, damn, like I get like, damn, now we not playing none of these songs. It's not like every time we played it, we was like, we need to push Nicki Minaj. It was like, we like this song. Now
I
R.
think when
Kelly,
people play the music, it keeps them relevant though.
I mean, that Itty Bitty song is from a mixtape from like
I
2010.
don't think that. I honestly don't think that in terms of like her music being played, Nicki's gonna get the same treatment as R. Kelly did, because what R. Kelly did was
Make music about what the
yeah,
weird.
like
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that one is worse than the other, but one is a little bit worse than the other.
Yeah.
And I think that Nicki's relevance is in her stretch through music is so much further. Like Nicki was on every song of our generation, like growing up or whatever. And I feel like older people can say the same thing about R. Kelly, right? But
right.
I do think in terms of like moving forward, what she puts out and what she has going on, that's a wrap, except for her dedicated barbs. And if that's enough for her to hit records and go on tour, then that's all she needs. Some people just like don't care.
Which is sad that people don't care. I think that's the biggest thing with all of this shit is that, first of all, I get that it's a lot of information. So I think that over exhausts people too as well, to where they kind of feel defeated because they don't have the knowledge behind where they should even start or how they should feel, what they should do. Because when I was tweeting it, it wasn't even necessarily about Nicki's music. It was about her aligning herself with Trump. And then people coming back like, well, it's freedom of speech. People are allowed to align with whoever they want to align with. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But you still got to be intentional with who you see as your savior and the things that they believe in. Because if you look up to a person and they have these kind of beliefs, what does that say about you? I don't think that people are thinking that deep, and maybe I overthink everything, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I'm a person that has like morals and shit like that, where a lot of people don't have morals. A lot of people are desensitized to a lot of shit, bro. And you know why we are? It's because of these phones, and it's because of all this information that they put out to us every single day. It's so much being thrown that it literally is exhausting to even have to stop and think about, do I really want to listen to a Nicki Minaj song? That's the last concern for any fucking body. People can't even buy groceries. A lot of people like, you think I care about paying itty bitty? I'm trying to buy groceries. I will play that and rather have that make me feel better than what I even got to do with in my real life.
Yeah.
So I think right now, just as a whole, it is. I don't want to say it's not that serious, because at the same time, it's like we kind of really looked up to Nicki, like even as little girls. Like that was our idol.
I mean, she's so prominent. Even if you're not a biggest, like I've never been a huge Nicki fan, but I've always respected Nicki as an artist and enjoyed her music, even though I wasn't like going to her concerts and buying her CDs and calling myself a barb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I looked up to her, like her hustle and her story and where she started from, how she was on the DVDs and she was with Fendi. Like I really was rocking with her through all of that, and to see like, damn, this where you ended at, is like, how did we end up here after everything? But apparently she been a Republican. I didn't know that. They said that she's been talking about being a Republican in all of her music.
She has.
I didn't know that. But like I said, I think it's one thing to be a Republican and another thing to be a Trump supporter. Because there's black Republicans out there that's like, yo, I don't fuck with Trump. I'm a Republican, but I don't fuck with Trump. So I think like it's a multi-layered situation that goes on. But overall, it sucks.
I see a lot now with even speaking about ICE, right? Where they say to celebrities, and first of all, ICE is just being a human, you know, like it's not a political thing at all, right? But like a lot of people are saying y'all got these big platforms. Why aren't y'all speaking up on certain things, right? Do y'all think celebrities, and not just on ice, but like then it goes into politics and shit, should they speak up or should they just keep it to like their music? Because now I can't look at Nicki the same. You know what I'm saying? Even she felt that way, but now she's speaking up, you know. So do y'all think like celebrities are obligated to use their platform to speak up on certain things?
I think it depends on what that thing is. And I think this is one of those things. Like, we are in a time where it actually does matter who you support, what you believe in, and what you're willing to speak up on. Like, I do want to know before I give my dollar that I barely have in this economy as a Black queer woman. Not barely. Hold on.
Not too much.
Not too much on
really
myself.
made yourself poor.
Comfortable. But speaking to just like my community, not all of us are. I think it does matter if you care about people, regular American people being killed for not wanting undocumented neighbors be taken off the street and shipped out to a country they don't know. I think it does matter. And I don't think everything matters. I think some things are just like, okay, like what can we do about it? But this is at home. This is next door. This is in our streets. So I think it does matter. And I think that it should change how you look at somebody that you support and that you help become richer by watching their videos and buying their music and going to their concerts and all those things. If it was you, what would they do? It matters. I do think it does. And I just think I think she has chosen her side. And I don't think she'll ever recover from this on a higher scale. She has to go full MAGA and commit to it. For real.
One last thing. I think we also need to realize some people are mentally ill and people are crashing out. Sometimes we watch people do stuff and be like, that's just dumb. When reality, we know this is a fucking crash out. Like, as far as like Kanye West, sometimes when he do shit, like now we know, like, oh, that Kanye going into
bipolar.
He's going into his thing. Like, there's something mentally ill.
But also at a certain point, mental health is not an excuse to like
a crutch. Oh, I can't stand people use
no, it's not an excuse, but we need to realize
that sometimes that's what's happening.
100% crashing out.
I think
100%.
I think a lot of celebrities are afraid to speak up because a lot of celebrities ain't really they own 100% boss in the sense. Like they're tied to corporations, they're tied to deals to where if they say one thing wrong, they might lose this really big deal. Just like the guy who plays the freaking Hulk, bro. He spoke out against what was happening in Minneapolis and they fucking fired him.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy. And it's because they're crossing the line with these politics stuff. And you got people controlling the algorithm and you got them telling them what you can and you can't say. Now they are over TikTok, they're over Paramount, they're over Disney and all these corporations. So now a lot of people probably scared to even say anything because if they do, they might lose these deals. And that to me is also whack too, because it's like, all right, what are you willing to risk for your morality? Are you not going to say anything?
Kaylani talked about how like her career, she was almost blacklisted because of how she spoke up about Palestine. But like it worked in her favor in the long run because she's probably the most popular she's ever been, right? She's had the most successful music she's ever had, but she really went through the trenches for a couple years there because of how vocal she was. So to Britt's point, like, what are you willing to lose
and
to speak up?
Let's like, that's a real thing too, especially if you're not filthy rich. You know what I'm saying? Like the sad part is some people got shit to lose. As far as like some people can't risk it, what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Or don't want to risk not having no job when they might have a very expensive mortgage or something, like, if you know, and it's sad. And that shouldn't, like, we do mix, you know, your professional life with your personal life. And I mean, to the extent we should, but also like, I also get where motherfuckers might be like fearful they might lose a job or lose their talk show or something.
I mean, just like the people who have to still clock in every day at Target because that's their job and they have to pay their bills, even though Target has been boycotted to a certain extent for years now, right? Like that's so real. I think celebrities are a little bit different, you know what I mean? But this situation to me, honestly, like, and I feel sadness for gay boys, not because like I feel sad for Nicki. I just feel sad for the community, them losing like an icon to them. Like that is actually really devastating.
It's like spitting in their face. Like,
yeah, it's unfortunate. It's
and
unfortunate.
they don't care. That's what's the gag of it all. Some of them
not Gag City.
Not care.
Gag City.
Gag City, they don't care. They be going to bat for her, bro. I'm gonna send y'all some. They be really defending her. I don't know if it's real or not, because I did hear it be bots sometimes too. And when I do click on some pages, it really don't be like a profile picture or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So
no, they said she got barbs though. Everybody say her barbs.
She got some real barbs out there.
Bots or what'd you say? Bots?
No, everybody says that she has real barbs that will come for you.
Oh yeah, they come out of the woodworks, and I'm not gonna say I'm nobody, but like I don't have a big platform. I'm like, where'd y'all come from? How'd y'all find me?
How'd you find this random tweet that I put out?
Bro, it's crazy. They come out of nowhere. Also, I do want to say one thing when you were saying about people crashing out. Cardi did allegedly say that Nicki got a really bad problem with perks. And I have dealt with people that be on perks, and sometimes they don't be in their clear mind. They don't know what they be saying. They don't know what they doing. And they look as if they're functioning because they're functioning addicts. So when you see them, they don't present as like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say that's how people look, but like they look normal.
Yeah, y'all. We done lost another one. You know,
R.I.P.
Not R.I.P. Then we done killed Nicki off. That's crazy.
I'm just so disappointed.
Well, it is what it is. Y'all know we just here to capture all the shit that's going on within the community and expose those motherfuckers that's hating on us. All right, we not letting up. Them barbs, come on, y'all.
Yeah, man, come on, y'all delusional. Y'all can keep that over there.
But don't get them in our Freak Station with the barbs, y'all. Not today, y'all. Not today. But y'all already know it's the Queer Agenda. We appreciate y'all.
See y'all next time.